Hey guys, welcome to a brand new FIFA 23 career mode. Not only that, a brand new entire concept of a FIFA career mode here on the ChesnoidGaming channel as well. You join me in episode 1 of the GloryHunter career mode, which might be a concept and an idea that you're not entirely familiar with. So let me fill you in on this first episode. It is going to be a long-term goal, this, across the span of multiple clubs and multiple countries, based very heavily on the inspiration of Dr. Benji's Football Manager save from the past couple of years. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. Certainly want to go and check him out, so please do show your support for Dr. Benji, because he has basically inspired us doing this here on the FIFA channel. Not sure if anyone's really done something like this in the FIFA space before, so I'm quite excited to get going with this. Let's tell you what a GloryHunter is, and then we can start to work from there. So, starting this save at Juventus, but with the plan to move throughout Europe over the course of potentially up to the 15 years in the career mode save that is as a maximum allowed. However, we hope to get it done within 15 seasons if possible. The main objective, and you'll enjoy this because this looks pretty damn sick. Trophy room. The objective for this save is to win every single one of these trophies that you see on your screen. So in England, France, Spain, Germany and Italy, the aim is to win the league and the domestic cup. Then as well, on top of that, to win the Champions League and the Europa League and the World Cup and the Euros as well, with international management thrown in. It is a hell of a challenge. You guys will get to vote along the way about where we move, what we prioritize, of course, transfers that we bring in, players that we might take from club to club with us and have as heroes develop throughout the save. It's such an exciting concept, and I'm so ready to bring it to you that I really hope you guys enjoy it. If you're looking forward to this save, please smash that like button. I'm going to ask you for transfer feedback in this first episode as well, so leave your comments down below. You might want to hold off, and we'll go through the current squad here at Juventus and pinpoint a couple of areas where we might be looking to improve. But this trophy room currently is empty. You see some of the trophies, but we haven't won them yet. When we do, we will turn the light on. And then, once we've won said trophy, we can illuminate it within our trophy room and show off what we've won in this save. How sick does that look? A massive thank you to Foot Concepts on Twitter for creating the graphics, the thumbnail, etc. I mean, I think you can quite well agree. This looks insane. It's, without any shadow of doubt, the best thing that I've ever had created for a video on the channel. So please, thumbs up the content, and hopefully together we can help grow the channel with this save, and you guys can get as involved in this as you possibly can, and together we can have the best career mode we have ever done. It's certainly the most expansive career mode I've ever done. We will cross borders 5 times at least, maybe more. If we feel like we've maybe done a couple of seasons at one club in one country, think, oh, I haven't won the league or I haven't won the cup, but maybe I fancy a new challenge elsewhere, we can always come back to that country later down the line, which is why we have the 15 career mode season span to be able to try and do what we want to do in this save. So let me show you around our first squad. So here we are. Juventus, Forza Juve! Not only are we starting at Juve, believe Ted Lasso is going to be the manager that we do this save with. Y'all gotta believe, man. Y'all gotta believe. Ted Lasso is going to be the man to lead us to glory across 5 different countries, countless trophies, and less of average accents. So, the starting lineup at Juve is in a 4-3-3, and this is how I'm going to start the save. With Kostic, Vlahovic, and Chiesa as my front 3, Pogba, Rabiot, and Locatelli in the midfield, Alexandro, Bremer, Bonucci, Cuadrado, and Szczesny. Now, the first transfer window is open. it is open, which we didn't do in the previous save, so I definitely need your feedback, please, and I'll let you know where I'm looking to improve in a moment. First things first, let's show you our youth academy. Our scout future star is Fabio Bellini. 76 to 94 potential, right mid, left mid. I'm retraining him as a right winger currently. He maybe is the player that follows us from club to club, but I'm sure we'll have multiple heroes crop up throughout the course of the story of this save, and maybe Bellini isn't the man that eventually becomes the hero that he has the potential to do or to be. So, the squad looks okay. It's not that strong. There's an 11. There's a bit of a bench, but certainly it needs improvement. Now, my objectives from the board this season are, and of course we kind of have our own objectives as well. Youth development wise, I can comfortably do that with the goalkeeper, defending midfielder, forward. That's easy. Long term, it's probably not going to happen, but brand exposure, sign one veteran player. Could do that maybe with a goalkeeper, not sure. Get 25 games with at least one goal scored in this season. That'll be comfortably doable. Financially, that's something that will fall by the wayside. Win Serie A, reach the semi-final of the Champions League. Now, crucially, they actually don't have an objective for the Coppa Italia, although we have our own objective of winning the Coppa Italia. So I would very much like to win the Cup and the League at Juventus in this save if I possibly can. But say, for example, we're 2 years in at Juve. We haven't won one of the two. Rather than commit until we do, we can always leave Italy, move overseas, and come back later in the save to try again in this country. So there are so many different possibilities and different tangents we can go on that make this such an exciting prospect for a save. So, how much money have I got to spend? That's what you're all asking. It's what you're all waiting to find out. And the answer is 157 million pounds. I'm doing it in pounds because obviously we'll bounce between England and Europe. So I'm just using the currency that I'm more familiar with personally. Now, there have been some confusion of late, myself included, as to why you can't transfer your budgets or how it actually is perceived and shown in game as to what your wage budget is or your current and your transfer budget is. In previous years, we would assume that I had a £157 million transfer budget and a £3 million budget in my wages. That is not how the finances work in career mode this year, I'm told. So if I had all of my money in my transfer budget, I'd have 157. And if the slider was still in, if I put that all the way the other way, I'd have £3 million in my wage budget. That is how the finances are shown. That's how much you can possibly spend on transfers, and that's how much you've possibly got in just wages, and then it will auto adjust in the middle. So that's how it's done. I needed that explaining to me by the devs to fully understand it, and hopefully they will adjust the UI accordingly to kind of help you understand that more as a user yourselves. But that's how the finances are done this year. So, what am I looking, or who am I looking to sign? So the starting lineup is strong. My main area of concern initially is left back and centre back because Bonucci is 35. They've already lost Chiellini, of course. He's gone. He's left. Ronaldo's no longer here, evidently. Juve are 8th in Serie A this season and not doing that well in the Champions League either. They are ripe for a rebuild, and that is what we're going to try and do in our what will ultimately be brief time at the club. Hopefully we can get off to a great start, win the league and win the cup in this first season at Juve, which would allow us then 14 seasons to go through the other 4 countries rather than have to continue to power on in Italy or think about continuing powering on in Italy after this first season. So I am going to look for a new midfielder, I think, but I'm going to wait until January before making that decision. So we're going to start by looking for a first team left back, please, and a first team centre back, please. Comments down below. Now, bear in mind, this is an example. We're going to be moving clubs. So and this is what Twitch chat came initially as a suggestion. They said, oh, Ches, go for Ferland Mendy at left back. But I might end up at Real Madrid 3 seasons down the line. Might I want Ferland Mendy to be there by the time I get there? So we might have to be tactful with how we sign or where we sign from, thinking ahead that we might want to manage at the club that a certain player is at, and I'd want him there. So if I then sign from a club that I'm probably not going to manage, or might not manage, but has a high quality player, we have to think there are layers to the different transfers we're going to do. There's layers to this transfer game, and hopefully, between us and live chat, we can decide where best to spend our money. Now, I am, as most of you are aware, live streaming all of my recording of my content this year. So if you want to come and have a live real-time impact on the save, then follow the link in the description and come and join me on Twitch. I'll be recording this for months, probably. We're going to be in this GloryHunter for quite a while, so please do come and join me. The My Player has returned as well. That's on the second channel now, so there's a link in the description down below to Chesnoid Plays, where you can see our continued flourishing of our career, our development at FC Copenhagen in Denmark. That's where we've moved there, thanks to your voting here as well. So, our trophy room is currently empty, but we hope it won't be empty for long. We want to turn some of these lights on, please. Now, I do have international management turned on, so we will obviously, throughout the course of this 15-year save, go for the World Cup and go for the Euros as well. And you guys will get the opportunity to vote either in the YouTube comment section or, depending on how far ahead I am and recording schedules, etc., live in stream as to whether I do or do not manage any given nation when they come in for me. So some of the votes you'll get on YouTube, the majority of the votes you'll get on YouTube, 9 out of 10 will be here on YouTube, but the occasional one where I might need to actually still continue to record ahead, that will be where live chat comes in. So please come and join me on Twitch, and we'd love to have you over there. We've got a great community of people that are enjoying the career mode saves that we've been doing. The My Player, now the GloryHunter, previously the Arsenal. We play Football Manager on the Twitch channel as well. So there's so much content coming to you that hopefully you'll enjoy at least some of it, regardless of what it is you're watching. Like I say, please show your support for this save. Do drop the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn your notification bell on as well, and you won't miss an episode of this GloryHunter season and save. I will advance through the course of pre-season. So I have a number of players that I'm looking to loan out and a number of players that I'm contemplating selling. And we will head towards the end of the first month. But once we get there, that's where you guys come in and the scouts can go out. So I've advanced as far as the first of the next month. The pre-season tournament wasn't spectacular for us. 2 draws and a 4-0 victory against Elche, which would have been expected. So we haven't raised too much money from that pre-season tournament. I have, however, been able to send out a number of players on loan. If I look at the archive for you, Fagioli, Kyle Jorge, Ake, Correa, and Sule have all gone out on loan, with further youth players looking to go out on loan as well, which means that my squad is certainly thin on the ground at present. De Gracker's looking like he's going to go out on loan as well. Moretti, I think, would be better served by going out on loan rather than me using him in this first season. Notice that Di Maria's actually dropped to 83, which is not concerning, but certainly a frustration. But other than that, everything looks pretty decent. Bonucci's down from 84 to 83 as well. So certainly, definitely need that first team centre-back to come in rather sharpish if you guys don't mind. Quadrado down to 82 as well, but for the time being, he's certainly good enough to do the job there at right back. So in the next episode tomorrow, we will be starting our Serie A season with Torino and Roma. Our Champions League group is PSG, Benfica, and is that Antwerp? I think that might be Antwerp. We'll have a quick look. It is Royal Antwerp from Belgium. That's a strong group. That's a really strong group. We'll do well to get out of that, but it's not a necessity that we win the Champions League this season. It's not even a necessity that we win the Champions League with this club, because we've 15 seasons ahead of us to try and tick that box, and also a number of other boxes too. Tell me, which trophy do you think we'll tick off first? You'd like to think that we'll tick off one of the Italian trophies first, but maybe it'll be a European one. Maybe we spend 2 seasons at Juve, don't win anything, and think, let's just jump ship and try somewhere else. That's the beauty of this. We have absolutely no idea, but you guys are going to be ingrained in everything that happens in this save, so please let me know in the comment section your feedback about everything. Transfers. Another thing, actually, do you want me to have, depending on what country we're in, that nation's native speakers as commentators? So when we're in England, we have Derek Ray and Stuart Robson. Now I'm in Italy. Do you want me to put Italian commentators on for the background of the gameplay, or are you not really that bothered? I think it might add a layer of authenticity to it, perhaps, so I'm open to it, but we'll wait and see what you guys say. That will bring this first episode to a close. The next one, of course, will come to you tomorrow, so please make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell ticked and you won't miss it. Do follow me on Twitch, link in the description down below, where we will be filming all of this live, so you can have your say on little tiny things that don't necessarily make it to a YouTube comment section. And hopefully, together, we can win all of this. That's the plan. We want to turn lights on every single season. Can we do it? I've no idea. But we'll find out together.